Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining this session. Today we are going to start this variables and augment session. So today in this session we are going to learn what is the difference between variable and arguments. Okay. So here one thing I will tell you what is variable. Okay. So you know that today till now we have created the lots of variable like string, integer, double, your generic value, data table. Okay. List, mail, message. Okay. So lots of variables are there. And why we use variable is especially used for the storing the data. Okay, so if you want to store some data like that, any type of data like that, your string, like your integer, like your double, like your data table. So if you want to store some data anywhere, so that's why we use variable, and same variable we can use multiple places. Okay, so today we are going to start this variable and augments. Augments are the same, but but the difference is variable is only valid up to your workflow. Okay, so you are able to only use up till that workflow, whatever the workflow you have created, only you are able to access that till workflow. I will tell you all things in your practical. We are going to start. So augments you are able to use in whole project, whole any fair project like that, one project, two project, third project. So across system, if you have kept your data, if you have kept your program in a cross system like that, C, D, E, F. Okay, so suppose that in F folder we have created some program in F drive, and there we have kept the some program. Okay, if you want to access from one project to another project, then we'll go for the augments. Okay, so augments and variables used for the storing data. Variable only we use for the same workflow, same sub process, but augments we can use as a global. We can use across your system, across whatever the program you have kept in your C folder, sorry, C drive, D drive, E drive, anywhere in the same project. Also apart from that, any project we are able to store the data. Okay, so what we'll do first, we'll launch this UiPath. Already we have a UiPath, but today we'll I will show you the new UiPath, how to create this project and all things. We are going to click on UiPath Studio. We are going to launch. It will take hardly 1 minute to create new project, and after that we'll go for the creating the variables and augment today. Okay, so you can see here this is a child window of UiPath. We're getting the 2021. This is the things 2021 4.4.4. Okay, so how to create the project? We can go for the process, and here we can go for arguments. Okay, so hardly it will take around 1 minute time. Within 1 minute time we are ready. So right now we can see here we have arguments. Okay, so the project name is called arguments. Okay, so by default we get the main.xml file. I will tell you. Okay, if you click on main.xml file, you will get the one workflow that is called workspace in the terms of UiPath technical. Okay, so this is called workspace workflow. In simple terms I can say that is the sub process. Okay, where we can start the coding. Okay, the first thing here you can see drop activity here. Okay, so drop activity here, especially for if you want to create any project, first we have to start with activity. Okay, if you go for any programming language, there we start the coding. In Python, in Java, in R programming, any programming language, there if you start the coding part, you have to start the syntax. Okay, so here everything dependent on your activity. Without activity we cannot do anything. I can show you the example. If you click on variables, if you click on variables, you can see here select an activity to set variable scope. Okay, so they are saying select an activity to set a variable scope. Okay, so if you don't have any activity, so we can, if you don't have, if you have not drag and drop any activity, we cannot create the variable type, we cannot process all things. Okay, so without activity we cannot create any variable. Okay, so first what you do, we have to drag and drop this activity. So either you can drag and drop from here, either you can take from here also. Okay, so any activity, it's not meant like that you have to take the message box. Whatever the project, whatever the process you have, whatever your requirement, you can take any activity from here. Okay, suppose that I am taking this message box. Okay, message box, the first activity we can take like that here. So whenever you take the message box, you can see here we're getting this error. So text must be quoted. If you are going for the double quote, you can pass here like double quote and high. Okay, it's control shift, we can create. Okay, but if you want to create any variable, either what you can do here, you can go here and you can create this variable. Okay, so right now we have already kept this message box, and if I will go there, I'm able to create this variable. Okay, create variable, variable type, scope, default. Okay, so right now I have an activity, this message box, so that's why I'm able to create. If I will delete this activity again, I'll be on the same page. Select an activity, whatever the activity here, please select and go for the creating this variable. Okay, so variable is mandatory. Without variable we cannot do anything. Okay, come to the point. So this is a message box, and here I want to create any variable, so I will come here and I can create the variable like the data. Okay, so try to understand, here we are creating this variable as a data. Variable type is your string, and scope is, this is for the global, public and private. I will tell you about these things also in depth, but right now try to understand this. The variable name is a data, variable type is a string, and the scope is especially for public and private, especially for your body. Okay, and default here we can provide any data. Okay, like that here I passed hello UiPath. Okay, so only we have to display hello and UiPath. Okay, so control is, and here we'll try to pass the same variable, that is data. Okay, save and run this program. Okay. So right now we have passed this variable into UiPath, and right now we are going to display hello UiPath. It's working fine. Okay, so this is called variable. Okay, so if you go here, variable, there are lots of type: string, integer, double, generic value, data table, your list, mail, message, database connection, lots of variable type, boolean, lots of things already available. Okay, but try to understand, whatever the variable I have created, that is valid till this sequence. Okay, so that is the global. You can see here that we are getting this sequence. So that variable only valid till main. Out of main we cannot go for that. Okay, we cannot go for that. Okay, I can tell you, suppose that we are extracting some data from any email. Okay, and we have split our project into multiple sequence, multiple flowchart. So what I want, suppose that I'm extracting some data from your email like body. Okay, and this variable has your email body data, and I want to spread this data into different workflow. Then how we'll do? Every time we cannot extract the data from your email source, so then in that case we'll go for the augments. Okay, so for especially for augments, I have created one documents. I will share with you. So that is your augments. We'll go for that. So here, if you come here, especially if you ask me what is augment, so augments are used to pass the data from a one workflow to another workflow. Okay, so try to understand here the simple things. If you come to variable especially for storing the data, especially for one workflow, that is not for any another workflow, that is valid till main. Okay, so the first thing, how to create the variable, I will also tell you this part. So variable, what we do, we press Control K for creating this variable. Set variable, you have to keep in mind we are getting the set variable. Okay, so set variable, we can pass anything. We can pass here data one, we can get here. Okay, data one. If you ask me the best practice, Control K, we can go for V and data. Okay, so this is the best practice. We are able to understand your, this is the variable and your data. Okay, so here we are getting this variable V and data. So right now here this variable only valid till this main. Okay, second thing, how to create the augments. Okay, so after variable we have augments. Clear? Okay, so this is the same like the variable, where augments is same like that variable, but augments we are able to store for variable as well as, and augments is global, we are able to access from any workflow. Okay, the same thing, if you go to augment, you are able to create this augment, and here will not get the your scope, here we get the direction. Direction means if you're going to take the data, you can pass this in. If you're going to send the data, there will get the out. Okay, so direction, we have a in, out, in, out, and property. Property we don't use, we have a in, out, and in, out. Okay, the first thing here, if you come in variable, only the difference is in variable you can see here the scope. If you go to the augments, we don't have any scope. Okay, so in the sense, in instead of scope, they have given the direction. Okay, so either you can pass in, you can pass in out and in out. Okay, so first question in, especially for receiving the data. Okay, so suppose that you want to receive some data from different workflow, then you can take the in. The first thing here, you can see a default value. This is a very good interview questions. Mostly you will get in the MNC company like that. If you have created any augment and if you have done direction as in, so can we pass the default value? Yes, you are able to create the default value. Okay, so here, if you go to the variable, one thing's also I will tell you, if you click here, automatically variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable 4, automatically you are able to create. If you come to augments also, the same thing, augments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are able to create like it, so on. Okay, whatever the name you want to provide, definitely you can go for it. Okay, so right now, the first augment we are discussing, that is called augment 1. Okay, so augment 1 direction I have done in, and augment type the same like the variable type, string, integer, double, whatever you want, array. Okay, whatever the variable type you want, that is the same like that variable. There is nothing difference between variable and your augment in terms of your types. Only the difference between here, augment we are able to access input from different drive, different workflow, different project, but variable that is valid till your workflow, even not in your project also. Okay, so that is only valid till your workflow, same workflow. Okay, so right now try to understand the here one thing, we have in direction. Okay, we have in direction. If you want to provide something like that, here I can pass RPA UI path. So here what I will do, I'll pass UI path is the best software. Okay, so I want to display, let me show you. So here in augment 1, I have passed in direction and I have passed augment type as a string. RPA path is the best software. Okay, so let me delete this part and we can go for this thing. So okay, augment 1, let me show you. After that, save, and after that, run this program. So what we are getting? We are getting the same thing. RPA UI path is the best software. Try to understand. The same like that, augment and variable both are as same, but augment you are able to access from across your project, across your drive. So there we are able to use. Okay, the first thing. Second thing, augment 1 we have passed and direction is in, and here we have passed this data. The second thing, augment 2, I'm going to change the direction. Instead of in, we are going to pass the out. Okay, so here if you come here, whenever I change this part out. Okay, so this question you get in every interview questions, direction type in out, in out. Okay, so if you keep as out especially for sending your data from one workflow to another workflow. Okay, so in out you can see here default value not supported. The clear mention default value not supported means if you want to pass any type of data, that is not possible in your out direction. Okay, again we'll go for third, that is called augment 3. Okay, so if you come to augment 3, what will happen, you can see here, if you're going to pass in out, we have seen. If you go for in out, so in out, again you can see here default value not supported. It's clear mention default value not supported. Okay, so in both condition, your augment 1, 2 and 3, we can see here it's not possible. Okay, so if you ask me how I can pass the data, definitely I will tell you how we can pass from one workflow to another workflow. Okay, so if you ask me the best practice like that here, if you want to pass any data, I can pass in data. Okay, anybody can understand this. The in capital letter means this is your augment and our name is in data. Okay, so we are taking the data from somewhere else. We can go like that. Okay, so right now I will create the another workflow. Let me go here in project. So here we can go for new and we can go for the flowchart. Okay, so here I'm giving the name augment sender. Okay, so the first thing we have to understand what is this, how to create the augment. Okay, how to create the augment, we have to understand these things. We have to learn the shortcut. So whenever you take this message box, So if you drag and drop these things, if you connect with the start, so in message box, whenever you go and whenever you want to create any variable, you press Control K. Okay. So if you directly write anything, we'll get the error. If you want to create the variable, we go for Control K and we can go for the set variable. We are getting the set variable. Any name we can pass, enter, we are able to create the variable. Okay. But if you want to go for creating this argument, we have to press Control M. Make sure whenever you press Control M, we are getting the set argument. Okay. So we are getting the set argument. So here we are able to create through this way, we are able to create the argument. Okay. So right now I am passing this data 1. Suppose, okay. So here automatically it will come to the data 1 as a indirection. Okay. So here you are able to send the data. Okay. I want to send one data and I am taking these things as a string. So you know that whenever you create any argument, you are not able to send any data. Default value not supported. The clear things you have to understand here, default value not supported. Okay. So the use case first, try to understand. Here we'll do the use case. Use cases, we have to create the two workflow. Let me show you. So in project panel, we have already created the argument sender. So I want to send some data from one workflow to another workflow. Okay. So here we have created this argument sender.xml file, and again I'll create the new workflow, that is the your argument receiver. Okay, so we have two workflow, you can see here, sender and receiver. Okay, so the my use cases, suppose that here I have one data. Okay, so data like that one, we have an argument called data1. I want to send the data from argument sender to argument receiver. The use case is, suppose that if you are getting any mail, in mail you have some body content or subject line. So through one workflow, we are able to download, we are able to extract your subject name or body name, and through that data, through that argument, will spread your all the data to the different workflow. This is the use case. Okay. The same thing here we have done. We have created the one argument, that is the data1, and data1 direction out string, default value not supported. Okay. So here if you create any type of argument and if you keep out especially for sending data. Okay. So in especially for taking data, out for the sending, and in out for the both condition it will work. In both condition it will be default value not supported. Okay. So if you ask me, here we are not able to pass any data, so how I can pass the data? Okay, so very good question. Lots of people ask me this question. So in that condition, we'll take one assign activity. Okay, I will tell you. So in assign activity, I can pass the data 1. Okay, so here I can pass double quote RPA UI path is one of the best tool. Okay, RPA path is the one of the best software. Okay, so my use cases here, I will connect this part with the start. Try to understand in data. Let me go here so I can show you. So try to understand here in data1. In data1, we have stored RPA UI path is the one of the best software. Okay, try to understand in arguments, we have kept this part data1 equal to RPA is the one of the best software. The use cases, whatever I kept here, I want to extract the data. Okay, which data? RPA UI path is the one of the best software. Okay, so here we'll go to the argument receiver, and here what we'll do, we have to extract the data. Okay, we have to extract the data. Okay, so sender is the different workflow, receiver is the different workflow. Okay, so that things it's not possible to do through variable. What we'll do here, simple, if you are working the same project. Okay, so till now what we have done, till now we have drag and drop all activity. Till now drag and drop all activity, right now from today onwards we are going to drag and drop activity also and your workflow also. Okay, so if you come to my project and if you come to my sender receiver, I want to receive the sender data. Okay, in sender data we have provided data one equal to RPA UiPath is the one of the best software. Okay, from augment receiver what I will do, I will take your sender, simple drag and drop and connect like that, start. Okay, so here if you go for interview they will ask you this question. If you have in the same project we are able to drag and drop, but if you have a different project then what we'll do, I will tell you that point also. So right now we have drag and drop the sender .xml file. Okay, for the same project you are able to drag and drop. Okay, but try to understand if you have different projects also then what we'll do. Okay, so this drag and drop whatever we have done, so you are getting this invoke. Okay, so invoke is also one activity. Okay, I will tell you. So here we'll go for invoke. Okay, so try to understand. We have an activity called invoke workflow file. Okay, so through invoke workflow file, so same like that Excel, same like that PDF. Here if you come and if you double click, always check this activity, double click to view. Okay, here if you go to the file explorer, so there it's asking where we have kept the program. Okay, so in UiPath you can see the multiple project I have. From last 1 month I'm using this laptop, so that's why I have this type of project right now. Okay, so whatever the project in UiPath, if you want to take the 31st your 28, okay, six program, so whatever the project, whatever the program you want to access, you can go and you can able to select anyone. Okay, so 31st August basic program, whatever, 2nd September, whatever you want. What if you want to take the desktop and browser, you can click on OK and directly you can connect this part with main. So whatever the program available in that workflow, that will work proper. Okay, so through this activity called UiPath, like that your invoke workflow activity, you are able to do all things. You are able to launch any workflow from your C drive, D drive, E drive, if you have kept anywhere. So through invoke workflow file, you can give the path of that workflow and you are able to automate that workflow. Okay, so I don't know what type of program we have in that workflow, but let me check. Okay, so there is attached project, that is the part of attached project. So there we have done. So one second. Okay, so that is the part of different project. I will tell you the new project here. So here through that part we are able to run this program. Right now deleting this part. So for every process you can take the invoke workflow and you are able to run. Okay, right now what we have to do, we have to extract the sender data. Okay, so in sender we have passed data one equal to RPA UiPath is the one of the best software. What we'll do right now, I will connect this part with start, set start node, and here we'll try to save and try to run this program. Okay, so through invoke workflow file, it will try to extract your data and it will try to show you. Okay, so here here we have not kept any activity like that, any type of message box, so that's why it's not showing. Okay, so if you ask me where I can keep this message box, try to understand. In data one we have kept this RPA UiPath is the one of the best software. So we have to run this program from augment receiver, and through invoke workflow file, through invoke activity workflow file, we are extracting the data. So you can see here double click to view. Okay, try to understand. So here if you come, we have two things: import augments and open workflow. Okay, one by one we'll understand. Import augments especially for importing your augment. Okay, so if you click on import augments, you can see here data one. Okay, so whatever this augment you have sent in this augment sender, like that, if you can go to the augment like the data one, and here if you come like that in augment receiver, the same we are getting the same augment. Okay, if you click, if you create the new augment like the data two, so right now I'm going to create data two. So in direction I can say hello, so whatever you want. So here I can pass hello. Okay, so try to understand. If you go to this receiver right now, every time try to save this workflow, because if you go for the next, you are able to get the same workflow. Right now you can see here we are getting data 1 and data 2, everything we are getting the proper. Right now what we do, whatever the data we have passed in data 1, that is RPA path is the best software, whatever. Okay, so data 1, whatever the augment you have created the data 1, RPA UiPath is the best software. I want only to extract this data and we have to display through one message box. Okay, so here what we'll do, import augments will go, and here we have data in data 1. Try to understand. Okay, so in data 1 we have data. So what we'll do here, we'll press control K especially for creating this variable, and here I can create v underscore received it. Okay, so here we have created one variable, and make sure whenever you are going to create this variable, always pass v. That is the best practice. We are able to create the variable and press enter and click on OK. Okay, so right now you can see here we have two augments in two augments in data 1. We are extracting from the different augment, and here in value I have passed the we receive data, means whatever data we are extracting from that workflow, I have stored the data into one variable, and through that variable we can show through one message box. Okay, so here we'll go for the message box, simple drag and drop this part, and here we'll go for message box, and here we'll pass the we receive data. Okay, let me save and let me run this program. Okay, so we'll go for that. So right now you can see your RPA UiPath is the one of the best software. Okay, where we have created inside your augment sender. Okay, so we have created this part in data 1. We have created the RPA UiPath is the best software, and we are getting from here we receive data. Okay, if you say can we change this data, and whatever the change we have done we'll get in augment receiver also. Okay, so right now I'm going to change this data instead of passing this RPA path. So I can pass. So I'm going to pass. So RPA path is the one of the best software to learn in. We have changed the sentence. Okay, and then we'll check like that we are getting the data or not. Okay, to learn in 2021. Okay, so this is the best example for understanding this augments, what is augment and how we can pass the data. Okay, so what we'll do here right now, we'll try to automate, save and run this program. Okay. So RPA is the one of the best software to learn in 2021. We are getting this part. Click on OK, and right now we are getting the proper things. Okay. So through message box, what we are doing here, we have extracted the data from augment sender, and we are getting through augment receiver right now. Okay. So here we have created the two program, to sender and receiver. Okay, so try to understand. If you go for industry across world, there is multiple workflow you'll get in one project. And what we do, if you're getting multiple data means in multiple workflow. In one workflow I'm getting the email data, in one workflow I'm getting this PDF data, in one workflow I'm getting the database data, in one workflow I'm getting the notepad data, and from every workflow what I will do, I'll keep all the data from every workflow. I will extract all the data, and through augment I can pass and I can take in main. Okay, so through every workflow I will collect all the data and I can keep the main. Okay, if you ask me why I'm doing this type of things, because try to understand, every program I will run through main. So by default UiPath provide the main especially for orchestrator, that is the unattended bot. We can use for unattended bot also, we can use for attended bot also. But if you come for augments, in augment especially, what company do, everyone what they do, from every workflow we are going to extract the data, and after that we'll keep into main. Okay, so for every for this for especially for your augment program, I will show you another use case also how to extract the data. Okay, but especially for your interview, if you go for interview, so they will ask you the definition of augment. Okay, so augments are used especially for to pass the data from one workflow to another workflow. This is a very good definition for your augment. Okay, so you know that they have a specific direction that is called in, out, and in, out. Okay, so in, we are especially for taking data from some another workflow. Out is especially for sending your data to the another workflow. Okay, so if you ask me the difference between in and out, in we are able to pass some data. So like that, if you go to the augment, we are able to pass the data, you can see here. But if you come to the out and if you come to the in, out, we cannot pass any type of data into this augment. Okay, so right now if you come here, come to the notepad. Okay, so the same thing here I have written. So in global sense, there is symbols variable, they store this data dynamically and pass it. Variable pass data between activity. Try to understand. Variable pass the data between activity. So for one workflow that is valid, for one workflow that is for that activity it's valid, but while augments pass data between automation as a result. Okay, for different workflow we are able to use for the augments. Okay, so here if you ask me, here I have written all things whatever the program today we have done, everything I have written in proper steps. Proper steps means if you come here, we have created the how to create the augments in project. So create a new sequence. You can, if you come here, create a new sequence in augments panel, create an augment, store value from direction list, select out, and do not change the augment type from string. Okay, so add and assign activity design panel, and in properties panel to field add store value augment, in value field type string, how to use an augment. Okay, the same thing we have done, RPA path, and create a new sequence, create a variable string panel, add in invoke workflow file activity design panel. Okay, the same thing, same program today as we have created in this augment program. We have created the two program, augment sender and augment receiver. Okay, so in this notepad mostly we have discussed about the what is your uh, augment, what type of direction we have, and how to create any type of program. Okay, let me go here. Okay, so here we have discussed about the augment, and one thing also I will clear you in this augment part. Whatever the variable, if you come to variables panel, whatever the variable type, you can see a string, integer, double, generic value, data table, your list, email, message, queue, item, database connection, image, desktop, web, whatever the variable type you are able to create in your variables. If you come to the augments, you are able to create any type of augment. So here we will get for the augment type. Only the difference between here we are getting the variable type and here we are getting the augment type. The same thing here, only we have a difference between in variable we are getting this scope. Instead of scope, if you go to the augments, we are getting the direction. That is only three types, in and out. Okay, in, out. Okay, three things, in, out, and in, out. Okay, if you ask me in variables type of scope, so type of scope always you'll get based on your workflow. Okay, so multiple things will get depend on your workflow name. My workflow name is augment receiver, so that's why I'm getting this scope as a augment receiver. If you take any activity, suppose that here if you take the open browser, so in open browser you get one body. Okay, let me show you. So in open browser we'll get one do. Okay, here if you create any variable, automatically you get the scope called do. Okay, so there is nothing like that we have a scope like the two types, three types, nothing. Okay, whatever the variable you're going to create, automatically it will take the scope according to your body name. Okay, if you come here, if you come outside, whatever the variable you're going to create, so it will automatically take your augment receiver. Okay, and one by one we can go for that. And in variable we every time will get the default value, and here we are able to pass any type of data. If you're going to pass this string, always try to pass in double quote and go for that. Okay, so so here today we have created this part, today we created this augment, today we have learned this augment sender and receiver. So please try to create this program. I'm going to sharing this notepad also with you. So we have provided the proper steps like that, how to create this variable, what is augment, different type of augment, and how we can automate the different workflow using your augments. Okay, so you can create this project and you can create the multiple workflow. You can create the new main also according to your project, and you are able to invoke the different workflow. Okay, that is called invoke. Invoke means here we have invoke this part. Either you can drag and drop your workflow like this way. Either the first way, if you are the part of project, you can go like that. If you are not the part of project, you can take the invoke workflow from the recent. Okay, so recent we are able to take these things and activity. Okay, so guys, thank you for joining this session. So we'll go for the second use case for your augment, and we'll provide the different second use case. There we'll start the proper how we can go for the different project. Okay, so here today we have discussed about the how, what is augment, and basic of augment, how to create the